better keep an eye on your stuff, though, okay? 'Cause I'm not going to be watching it for you. That stuff. No, you're fine. Stay here. Okay, we have the people read this. This isn't the kind of concert where anybody would steal your things. This is classical music. That'll be very good. You came last year, right?
Yeah.
Like it?
Yeah.
Very good. Orchestra, bunch of really good singers. You know, you miss my cousin. Remember, do you meet Naomi? Naomi in Paris. Do you remember them?
Paris?
Paris. His name's Paris. He's my cousin. His wife is singing. She's in the back there.
Good evening. Welcome to Opera Idaho's third annual Opera in the Park. I'm Mark Junkert, Opera Idaho General Director. So wonderful to see all of you. So thrilled to have you here. I'm joined this evening by Melissa Paul from KTVB 7, which for the third year is our media sponsor for Opera in the Park.
Yes, thank you so much, Mark. It's an honor to be here. As Mark mentioned, I'm with KTVB. I host Idaho Today, which you can watch weekdays 12:30 to 1 on Channel 7, and I highly suggest you do so, especially if you like to win free stuff. But this is actually my first Opera in the Park, and I am beyond honored and incredibly excited to be here, as I imagine many of you are as well, right? This is going to be a great evening.
What a beautiful setting for tonight's concert here at the Gene Harris Band Shell in Julie Davis Park. And as you know, opera and beautiful evenings like this cannot happen without the kind generosity of our donors. Our platinum sponsor, Esther Simplot, Idaho Power, Idaho Tents and Events, also Lyle Pearson for their season sponsorship and transportation for our visiting artists, and also Boise City Department of Arts and History, and as mentioned, KTVB 7 is our media sponsor.
And other sponsors are also, we have Susan May and Andrew Orzarek. We also have Sue and Stan Fernander, Leslie and Marshall Garrett, Effie and Ray Kaufman, Joanne and Jeff Smith, Lacey Benedetto, Han and Dean Han, and the Jerns family. Thanks for all of the wonderful gifts and support. Please support our generous food and beverage sponsors as well, as they have pledged donations, a portion of their sales tonight, to Opera Idaho as well, after the minimums are met. So please help us meet those minimums. Very important. Also, Edge Brewing is serving cold beer. There's Hard Tire Winery is serving wine, and there's also the Tiki Shaved Ice. Get this, they're serving a loaded slushie in the beer and wine garden. So a great way to relax and stay cool at the same time, Mark. I kind of like that. But also, if you have little ones with you, Tiki is also serving non-alcoholic shared ice, or shaved ice that is, separately outside the beer and wine garden as well. So your little ones can take advantage of that. And all of the Opera Idaho season sponsors are actually listed on the banner right here in front of the stage.
And now, to begin this evening's music, something new this year, we have a guest conductor, Mihaela Bozdrok, who won this opportunity at our 2023 Gala fundraiser. Please welcome Mihaela and join the Opera Idaho Orchestra and Chorus in singing our national anthem. Please stand. great way to start off an evening full of exciting music. If you don't have a printed program, we have a digital one which you can find at operaidaho.org. You can find full bios for all the evening singers conducted there as well. And now, just a reminder, silence your cell phones, lean back, and enjoy the music. Melissa, let's introduce our wonderful singers for tonight.
And I am honored. Okay, so we have 4 singers who will join Opera Idaho's principal conductor, Andy Anderson, and the Opera Idaho Orchestra and Chorus. So, 2, we have soprano Vanessa Isagen and baritone Levy Hernandez, who sung with Idaho. Then we have mezzo-soprano Lisa Chavez and tenor Rafael Moras. They are new to Opera Idaho, so let's give them a warm welcome. I would also love to introduce you to our conductor for the evening, Maestro Andy Anderson. Come on out. And the Opera Idaho Orchestra and Chorus, the latter prepared by chorus master Kelly Kay.
Tonight you'll enjoy music from our upcoming season. Other opera favorites, musical theater selections, arias, duets, trio, choruses, etc. At the very end, you will get to sing along again. We're first going to hear music from a famous opera, Mozart's The Marriage of Figaro. This is the first opera of our upcoming season, which will be performed in October at the Egyptian Theater.
All right, and first we're going to hear the overture played by our Opera Idaho Orchestra. Then Vanessa and Lisa will sing a beautiful duet, which some of you may notice and recognize, even if you're not very familiar with opera, because this duet was actually featured in the very famous movie Shawshank Redemption. And then finally we'll have an aria in which a very angry count is involved, sung by Levy.
Yes, he's upset. The 2 women seem to have thwarted his desire to have his way with one of them. Enough said.
sia vinta la causa. Cosa sento? In qual laccio io cadea? Perfidi, io voglio di tal modo punirvi. A piacer mio la sentenza sarà. Ma se pagasse la vecchia pretendente, pagarla in qual maniera? E poi ve Antonio che ad incognito Figaro ricusa di dare una nipote in matrimonio. Coltivando l'orgoglio di questo mentecato, tutto giova un raggiro. Il colpo è fatto. Vedrò mentre io sospiro, felice al servo mio. Bene che in gran desio e posseder dovrà, vedrò per man d'amore unita un vil oggetto che in me destò un affetto che per me poi non ha, che per me poi non ha. Mentre io sospiro, felice un servo mio, vedrò che un ben ch'io desio ei posseder dovrà. Vedrò per man d'amore unita un vil oggetto che in me destò un affetto che per me poi non ha, che per me poi non ha. Vedrò, a non lasciarte in pace, non può questo contento. A non nascesti audace, non nascesti audace, per dare a me tormento e forse ancora per ridere di mia infelicità. Già la speranza sola delle vendette mie quest'anima consola e giubilar mi fa. Ah, che lasciarti in pace non ho questo contento. Tu non scesti audace per dare a me tormento e forse ancora per ridere di mia infelicità. Dalla speranza sola delle vendette mie quest'anima consola e giubilar mi fa, mi fa
started the evening, it was so sunny I needed the sunglasses, but now I need my regular glasses, but I forgot them. So, I think I have an assistant.
I don't have an assistant, but again, I'm not Mark.
You're not old enough to have grandchildren, Melissa.
What's your grandson's name?
That's Mel.
Melvin?
Malcolm.
Malcolm. Thank you, Malcolm.
In February of 2024, Opera Idaho returns to the Morrison Center for an opera that's a little more serious than the last one, Gounod's Romeo et Juliet. It's based on Shakespeare's play of the same name. We're going to hear two selections now, and I was telling they're not as lighthearted as what you're going to hear the rest of the evening. First, the prologue and the chorus, which set the tone for what's to follow.
And I just want to say really quick, Mark, it was awesome because when you announced what was coming up next, somebody hooted and hollered over here. Yeah, right there. See, we got some fans right there in this next performance. All right.
Romeo or Juliet, we're not sure. But.
Well, then, as Mark had mentioned, there's another. So then an aria is going to be sung by Raphael as Romeo, which comes later in the opera after Romeo has escaped from his companions in search of Juliet's room. Well, what for? Okay, he finally spies her on her balcony and then sings of her beauty, which is like the sun. The words are in French, almost exactly translated from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
have two other operas in our season, one of which is an opera which mixes mariachi music and opera, Cruzar la Cara de la Luna, the other of which is a tribute to our military veterans.
And Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this also being performed at Gowan Field?
Yes, we'd like to perform in odd places. So it'll be at Gowan Field indoors in November.
That should be a sight to be seen. So make
It's
sure you guys...
it's called The Falling and the Rising, and 3 times right around Veterans Day. All the information is on our website, operaidaho.org.
Yes, make sure you mark your calendars too. All right, well, next we have 2 gentlemen that we're going to be returning to the stage here. We have Levy, who will sing a romance in Spanish titled Romance de Herman, and this is where Levy, in this case, he's actually singing of his love for a woman, which, I mean, obvious, right, Mark? That's what this is. It's a romance. It's a love song. Raphael will follow with a song that many of you are going to know. It as well will be in Spanish. It's called Granada, and it is a love song as well, but this time it's a love song to the city in Spain. Made famous by the 3 tenors, which some of you might actually know.
Los cantos alegres de los zagales aumentan siempre la pena mía y mi amargura vivo llorando con la ilusión esperanza perder. Lloraré mi amargura en tus brazos, mujer.
Exclamation point.
Soñada por mí, mi cantar se vuelve gitano cuando es para ti. Mi cantar hecho de fantasía, mi cantar flor de Granada, gran ensangrentada de carnes de boda. los moros. De sueño rebelde y gitana, cubierta de dolores. Y beso boca de grana, voz avanzada que me habla de amores. Granada, Manora, cantada en coplas preciosas. No tengo otra cosa que darte que un ramo de rosas de suave fragancia que le llenan barco a la Virgen Morena. Granada, tu tierra está llena de lindas mujeres de sangre y de sol. Granada, tu tierra está llena de lindas mujeres de sangre de sol.
Vanessa Isigen made her Opera Idaho debut in 2018, portraying Madama Butterfly, a famous opera. She performed the beautiful aria Un Bel Dì. It translates as One Fine Day. And in it, she hopes for the return of her U.S. Naval Lieutenant husband, Pinkerton. Not a nice guy. Because he does come back, but with his new American wife. And then, after that, Lisa will return to sing an aria from a Verdi opera called Il Trovatore. In the aria Stride la Vampa, Azucena describes her mother's death to Manrico and a crowd of gathered Romani. Her mother was burned on the stake for being a supposed witch, while the ones who convicted her falsely laughed and enjoyed themselves.
Dio con me tornerà.
Mark, is it easy to say that she was not a happy woman?
That is true.
Okay, just making sure. All right, well, some of you are going to enjoy this because opera has a lot of drinking songs. Right? Why not? Yeah, all right. Well, we're going to end the first half of our program with one of the most famous of them all. It is called Libiamo, which means drink. And this is from the first act of another Verdi opera, La Traviata.
But before we hear that, a few words about our intermission. We will have a 15-minute intermission. During the first 5 minutes, if you go over to that tent over there, the last 30 raffle tickets available in the city of Boise will be sold. And at the end of that, at some point during the intermission, somebody will announce the winners. And at that point, if you have a ticket that wins, you go over there and collect it. If you don't go over there and collect it, we'll have alternate numbers. And you can pay any way you want. You're equipped to take cash, credit cards, PayPal, Venmo, Pets. Who wrote that book? No.
Like, are you sure? All right, and also just a reminder too, food trucks will still be selling food, beer and wine will be available, and it all is available back over there, and where? Over here. Over there.
And as I said, we'll announce the raffle tickets towards the end of the intermission, and the winning numbers will also be posted on our website, and I think over there as well.
All right, without further ado, Vanessa, Raphael, the chorus, and the orchestra. Take it away for Libiamo.
Liviamo negli eti carici che la bellezza infino
be back in 15 minutes.